What's going on, guys? Cyn for the win here. We are back with our franchise mode as the New York Rangers. And look at that. We got a third overall pick, which we definitely need because we didn't just win the cup and weren't the best team ever in the NHL. But, hey, that's what you get when you build a stacked-ass team and trade away high-value dudes. So let's see. Who's going to be going third overall? One of the defensemen. Okay. Well then. This guy's really good. And we might be losing Gilson, so hey, you never know. Maybe another right-handed defensive defenseman is something to swoop up. We don't need the offensive defenseman. We got both Helmerson and Graham. Or Grantham. So there's that guy. Probably who I'm just going to grab with that. But let's not worry about the third overall. We're going to find some holy shit steals. Well, clearly there's this. And we could just go ham because it's the last draft. So let me just pin, likely the last draft. I don't know. This series will basically continue until I see when the new roster update comes, and then I'll be starting a new series. So that's what's going on with that. All kinds of goalies, 2 franchise goalies, neither of which we need, but maybe to use for a crap ton of trade value at whatever point ever. All goalies. That guy's a maybe. So let me pin him as well, just for the hell of it. And then I'll pin all these guys, but I don't know if we're going to get many of them. I'm not going to go like crazy and move around to grab all these guys. I'll grab what I can in this draft, and that'll pretty much be it. This guy's, in a pretty decent location, so we can pin that too. So that's likely what we're going to grab here. Let's check out player retirements. Claude Giroux retires at age 40, down to 73 overall. He wasn't doing too much more. Brad Marchand on Tampa Bay, oof. But you know what? He was still playing. Look at that. He had a 71-point season. What? 4 penalty minutes? What? Wait. How? Marchand only had 4 penalty minutes. Dude, he had a 71-point season. The fuck were his career stats? Jesus. Not as good as they would seem with all these great years, but holy crap. Not too bad for a third-round pick. Erik Karlsson ended his career as a 1,000-point scorer, 38 years old. Yeah, 79. I could see him maybe. He could have maybe played one more year, but... yeah. Jonathan Taves, 40 years old. Yeah, he's done. Tarasenko could have probably played one more year, especially after a year like that with all those points. Yeah, probably could have got him. Yeah, he might have been able to get 1,100 points in his career. Not too bad. Kuznetsov. Yeah, why did he retire? 88 overall at age 36. Some retirements are weird like that. Duchesne, Panarin, all these guys are pretty young. Duchesne could have played again. Panarin definitely could have. Kadri could have with his play style. Yeah, a lot of guys retiring that maybe shouldn't. Evander Kane, yeah, you could see him biting the dust. Granlund, yeah, same thing. He could. Yeah, that one definitely makes sense. Oh, man, Marchessault, Toffoli, Nyquist. A lot of names biting the dust here. But those were most of the main ones. We'll scroll through here a bit so you guys can check it out. But that looks like most of it. And now we check out the goalie retirement. So Carey Price retires at the age of 40. His career numbers are pretty solid. Didn't quite get to 1,000 games played. But hey, 72 shutouts in your career. Not too bad. And those are pretty solid career numbers. Yeah, 73 overall, he was done. Braden Holtby, 77 overall. Yep, he was done. Decent career numbers. Ronta, they're okay. Definitely done. Kemper, definitely done. At least the goalie retirements are making sense. Yeah. All right, so there we have it. There's your retirements. Anyone becoming scouts? Doesn't look like it. All right, so we're up at the draft here. I did get one guy signed in the offseason. I got Kravtsov extended for like 2 point something for 2 years. I tried to get Eichel extended. He wanted a 2-year deal for like 7 point something. I lowered it to 1. It went way down to 6 point something. I did the 0.85 on it. And then I offered him the contract, and then he said, I am no longer interested in a contract after that laughable offer I received. So legit. Remember, it said he was interested in a contract, right? It said yes next to his name. Check this shit out. It's actually fuck. It now says no. Ah. But the good news is we can tender both him and Jazz, and we should be able to get him. But we're going to have to wait till actual free agency starts, I think. Because, yeah, I want to try to sign him to something that they'll want. And hopefully before they get any sort of qualifying offer. I don't know if... or maybe their things will change when we get into the re-sign phase. But who knows. Kruger, I don't think I'm going to grab. Anyway. Let's see here. I'll try to get both of them. See if we could squeeze that in there. But for right now, let's worry about the draft. And I do have the settings turned on. I turned them on before I started, which is what I should always do. So, of course, we got the 3rd overall pick. And then we should have our own, which will be 30. Oh, we have another one, 29. We can get all those guys. What am I talking about? Okay. I'm not going to try to move up or anything. I'm just going to grab whoever the hell is available. Because that's going to be awesome. So, franchise guy was 80 overall, two-way defender. I think we're going to get actually a pretty decent overall guy. Offensive defenseman was 79 overall. I feel like our guy's going to be higher than that. I don't know. I'm not too good at translating the grades, but our scout has him ranked higher, so I think he actually might even be higher overall than the number 1 pick guy. That can happen. The 2 Bs in there, yeah, they bring him down, but he still looks really freaking good. Gets emotional times, is driven to win. Similar to Zdeno Chara. Not as tall, though. So is it as good? Shutdown ability, size and strength, heavy shot, slap shot, weak teammate utilization, but he has good senses, so hey-o. Scott Stock. It's a pretty solid name as well. 81 overall? No, okay, he is 79 overall. Yeah, see, I'm really bad at reading grades and translating them into overalls. I kind of just know, like, a window of, like, 3 overall where they should appear, maybe. And even then, I'd be gentle. Let's say 3 to 5 overall. I have a window of that when I see those letter grades of when I think they'll appear. So then, you know, I'll have it perfectly down by the time NHL 20 comes out, and it might be completely different. All right, anyway, let's see what else is in this top 5 here. 77 overall, elite power forward, and then the green top 6, high top 6, nice. Bykov 69. All right. Let's see the top 10. Anaheim. Oh! Anaheim with the thievery. They're going with 2 power forwards. Kalinin and Holweg. Both right wingers. This guy's a righty. They're both righties. Very passionate person. Takes winning seriously. Can be emotional. Consummate professional. You want someone... Wow. Those are 2 really good pickups for Anaheim right there. 2 solid power forwards. Oh my goodness. What a steal right there at 6th overall. Top 6 power forward, Ekblad for Colorado. Oilers still with top 10 picks. Nothing has changed. Alright, so mid-60s here. And 65 overall for the Pens. Alright, so let's just sim up to our next pick here and see what we want to grab. Nice little low elite right there. 75 overall left. Wow, that is a really good guy. Almost NHL ready. I mean, 1 year of development and he'll be good. Alright, so what do we got? I know he had some stuff up here. There's like someone around 29, or maybe that was the guy that literally just got picked. Probably was. Yeah, he went out of order. Oh well. Again, we don't really need him. We can just completely pick out of order anyway. So we can grab like these 2 dudes. This guy and then this guy with the next pick. Or that guy, but we don't need another right-handed offensive defenseman. So let's just take another franchise goalie because we need another one of those. Pro release, offensive instincts, and foot speed, yeah. I just want to see his overall. Not going to be incredible. But I'm grabbing him. Nicholas Ullmark, 65 overall, low elite. Yeah, definitely not as good as Holmqvist there. But what can you do? What can you do? Don't matter. Let me get this. Give me that franchise goaltender. Because it's funny. I just find it amusing to have such a stacked prospect pool. What's his overall? We're going to have to do this a lot in this draft because we're going to have to keep going back. Yeah. 47 overall. Rip. Next. Here we are with the 5th pick in the 2nd round. Where are we at, though? We can grab another one. We can grab that guy, or we can grab a two-way defender. Let's grab the lefty because, like, realistically, we'd need more of those dudes. So we'll grab him. Even though that guy would be better. Frederick Brain is such a cool name. Give me some brain. Leadership, offensive instincts, balance, weak teammate utilization. But he's a pro. What a frickin' those personality traits and his strengths are really good. Well, leadership and offensive instincts are great. Weak team utilization. So what? High awareness, low passing. But like that is really good. To combine that with the leadership, like, yeah, man. Might just have to continue this one on my own. Just see if I could go undefeated. Alright, so 64 overall. Low elite Frederick Brain. And we got the last pick here of the 2nd round, 64th overall. Let's grab nothing but elites. We can do it. Yes, we can. Maybe, unless I strike out. Alright, well, we should have another pick in between. No, we don't actually have another pick in between that. These guys are no guarantees, so if I want to keep the dream alive, I got to go off the board here. I'm pretty sure, because I can't get this guy with my next pick. Off the board hype. Oh, the suspense is real. Oh, fail. Fail. Absolute fail. Okay, it's over. I lost. I'm just going to sim to the end here. Nothing else matters. Didn't keep the elite streak alive. Oh, we had another one. Doesn't matter. Don't care enough about where my picks are. Alright. This guy's a gem. Norm Getzlaff. Probably going to be like a low top 6 like pretty much everyone else here, so even though he's listed as a gem, I highly doubt that he's different from one of these guys because, well, all these guys are, you can see, low top 6s and low top 4 defensemen. But since he is listed as a gem, I'm just going to go for him anyway, just to see. Excuse me. Nope. Low top 6 as well. 96th. No thanks. Can't do that. They really want that pick, though. So what's around there, Lightning, huh? What are you holding out on me? The starting goaltender? The top 6 center? Yeah, that guy's actually pretty much a steal. Both of these are steals, but we have way too many cool goalies. Dallas Welch. Oh, good. A center who's weak on face-offs. Honestly, how bad do you want him? I don't want him that bad. But, I mean, his only weakness is face-offs. Everything else is actually really good. Don't matter about skating. Fuck it. Get Dallas Welch, because how often do you see a medium top 6 at this stage? 52 overall. At least he's 18. Alright, next pick here in the 4th round, 128th overall. We're getting into pin territory. I actually might have skipped one of the ones we had. Looks like I did. Maybe I didn't. I don't know. Can't be bothered. Let's see. It could be a starter. That's our best bet for a steal. If we're going for steals, that guy, I'd say medium starter is better than that. So that's the most steely thing right here. Lawrence Dowd, be a starter. Do it. Do it. Do it for me now. Let me just go here and see if we did miss anything. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see one of the maybe elites I was looking at. Maybe that guy was. Possible. Probable. No, he's a fringe starter. Rip. Probably still better value than a low top 6, though. I don't know, though. I'm not a doctor. All right, 133rd. Let's just grab this guy. Do it. 48 overall, medium elite. Yeah, this is silly. But, you know, we're not going to be able to use any of these guys anyway. I'm just going to go ham here. Just doing it because I can. And it's friggin' hilarious. And that's why we will have those new draft rules implemented for everything else. What's his overall? I'm just curious to see that guy's overall. Yeah, pretty low, but hey. I think to make it better, their values, even if they have franchise, they should start off much lower value and then be like, oh, how are they going to grow? Or at least more like lower value dependent on when they were drafted. Like, I'd like to see it even go as low, like even for franchise, as low as like a starting potential that you see now. Like, because really, like, if you drafted a guy like that and tried to flip him, what am I doing sorting by that? Oh, well, there's one thing. And tried to flip him, there's zero chance you get a shit ton back for him. Absolutely none. Like, it's pretty ridiculous. Like, so trade value still needs a lot of work, in my opinion. Like, just to, like, you know, like, you draft someone immediately, especially in the late round, and you're telling me I can immediately trade him for, like, I mean, honestly, I could, like, we'll check that. Let's, oh, I'm not actually going to be able to check the trade screen here at all, so let's put that on hold for a bit. But I mean, I was just going to pull up an example. Like, I could trade him for an elite first liner. So long as that person wasn't like franchise and didn't have like a max trade value, I could literally trade a goalie I drafted who had franchise potential in the 7th round for an elite first liner. That's really not right. And I think trade value should really be based on a few different factors. You know, overall, definitely. Their age. I mean, if you just draft them, I don't think, even if they have franchise potential, I don't think their trade value should start at franchise potential. I think it's, but I don't know. Maybe that's wrong. Like, maybe they should have to, like, I don't know. But I feel like they should have to grow a bit first, you know? Like, grow slightly, and then maybe, oh yeah, these guys, and then it slowly rises as they grow. If they're gonna, you know, if they're gonna bust, then it'll stay at that overall and then slowly decrease as they start to bust. Like, I think that's a better, maybe a slightly better tactic than just having that freaking crazy high trade value to start off with. I don't know, maybe that's just me, but because you could really cheese the game, which a lot of people say I do. Can't help it though. Actually, I can. No, yeah, I can help it. Just sometimes I choose not to. You know, sometimes you get cheesed by the game. You guys don't know what happens if I play this game on my own, which I admit hasn't been too much lately. I don't know what it is, man. Just, don't know. Don't know if it's just me not enjoying it this much this year, or me something else, or if, I'm just losing interest in the game this year, and especially when it comes to Be a Pro. I can't even fucking open it. It's just this, you couldn't get me off Be a Pro NHL like 17, even parts of 18. But it's just, I think it's just because it's the exact same thing. So when you've been doing the exact same thing for like 4 years, literally it's almost the same mode. Let's say 3 years. Like, I mean, how much can you love to do it? And it's definitely reflected in viewership too. You flash back to NHL 14 probably during Live the Life. That was probably the biggest boom of like Be a Pro stuff on YouTube. That was kind of when it was at its peak. And then when they reverted back to the just completely stripped down version, started to lose and lose and lose, as like people saw it was the same exact thing all year. They added some little things this year, but there needs to be a complete revamp. And let me keep talking about Be a Pro doing fucking franchise mode and piss you all off. But yeah, I will have a video coming out about that at some point. Okay, so Jas actually wants an extension now. We have 14 mil to work with. Gilson still doesn't. Eichel wants an extension again, but we have 14 million to work with. We could literally get back both Eichel and Jas. But we can get back 2 out of these 3, essentially, is what I'm saying right now. Gilson still doesn't want a contract, so really, what can I do if he doesn't want that contract? Not much. I love him, but he's playing top 6. Bird is still on a great deal for 3 more years. Or 2 more years. 2 more years. And we did just get that other defenseman in the draft. So if we're building for the future, which we're not, but I mean, is Zubov a righty? You bitch. It's actually pretty solid. I might play him there anyway. Oh yeah, Grantham's a righty anyway. Who might grow up this year a bit more. But probably still have to be in the top 6 just with a bunch of extra time to keep him happy. Happy, healthy, and growing. Shea looks like he can at least play out part of this year. Maybe even the whole thing. He's the captain. Can we get him one more cup? Big question. Haig we got for depth. We're probably going to have to let him go. But yeah, there's stock. I mean, we could even play him this year. It's, I mean, 79 overall. Yeah. I mean, he's pretty much ready for NHL. I mean, he is. Let's be honest. So, yeah, we could afford to give up Gilson. So that could be the guy. It sucks because having that stacked defensive core was hilarious. But, yeah, we get stock. Do still have Grantham. We also have Zubov. We can maybe use him as depth. I would be completely fine with him becoming top 6, so I will stunt the shit out of him if I need to. He does not need to grow anymore. So that looks like the game plan. Signing stock. At least from my eyes. Sign stock. Probably have to release Gilson here. Which sucks, but I mean he got kind of pushed out of his role. He's so good, I know. He's so freaking good, and God, that discipline makes me freaking, I love it. But Maxwell Bird is even better, and that's who our guy is in the top 4. Or top 2 right now, but likely going to become top 4 here with Helmerson making such a big old jump. So yeah, Gilson's looking like the odd man out. I'm not going to release him yet. I want to see if I could maybe manage anything. But I am going to get stock to an entry level. If we need to, we could put him in the freaking juniors. If it all comes down to it. And use Zubov with Grantham. But then, no, or use Zubov. Or still, if we somehow find a way to get Gilson back. I just do not see that as possible. I would rather stack my forward core because we have Schlemko back there. And remember, forward core is absolutely filthy. Kruger we're not going to really be able to get. Could tender him, or I could just release him and let people go for him. All right, let's see what Jas wants here. Ugh. Doesn't go too much lower, but I'll give him like... If I did that, that's more affordable. Because we only have 14 mil to work with. I'm trying to get both him and Eichel. Oh, you know what? Yeah, we could really get them both. Like, Eichel do a... What's that? What's that for 4 years? Probably not, because he's going to be playing third line. You want to try to get him lower years and at a lower price. Like that. That'd be like 6 flat. Well, a little under 6 flat for 4 years. But if we did 2 years, like that's way less. We could literally, yeah, we can get him for like about 5 for 2 years, which is way more of a third line flex type contract. So let's roll with that. Which is exactly what this guy is. Third line flex. Starting saying flex like this is a MOBA. Give me that. And Jas. I could probably get him for longer because he is a pretty much guaranteed second line guy. I mean, you can like Andronov, Wahlstrom, Jas is like that beautiful second line. 5 years takes him up till he's right in his prime. That's a bit of cash. I ain't gonna lie. Comes out to about 7.5. We'll still have a couple mil to work with if we do that. But we got to think about other extensions. Allen will want some sort of Jesus Christ. Our third line is going to be so stacked. Elias Anderson, Allen, and Eichel. I can't get Kruger, obviously. I'm not, oh my God, actually I can for that contract, but there's really no use because we have this line who's still under way better contracts. At least we could abuse that entry level. I'll probably honestly just release Kruger. I'm not even going to get anything back from him. We'll make the rest of the league competitive, even though he's a shitty center. Have fun. I should have changed him the wing. I just released his ass. Probably should have changed him the wing so games would have used him properly, but whatever. Lilia. Oh, this is the guy. Oh, yeah, this is the guy we kind of used. What kind of contract do you want? Probably too much for me. Face-offs are decent. Should I free you? Let you go into the world, probably. Make the lead more competitive. Let's do it. Let's make it more difficult. Ramirez I might want, though. All these guys, Jesus. Weendal. Okay, so he's about done growing. Did he ever make it to NHL? Not quite. I mean, he could play in NHL with his stats. Not necessarily for us, but he could. Probably wants a real deal, too. Or maybe not. No, he does want a two-way, so... You know, I'll do it because I have a soft spot for grinder role players. Does this guy... Oh, this guy's coming off his... Yeah, so he just needs an entry level. Didn't take care of those. Hogan likely will not want an entry level. So I probably can't afford him. Actually, he does? Okay. Easy. Easy decision. I guess it's because my roster's so stacked. These guys know. They're just like, oh, fuck. This guy was a huge bust. When did we draft him? 4th round. It's not that big of a deal. But he was a massive bust. Should I free up space? Do I need to free up space is the bigger question. Not necessarily. Although I could. I'm just on forwards. Hold on. Let me see if we have any of the guys who need entry levels. That's who I'll sign a bunch of. Yes and yes. Ramjig Singh. Get him. Who's this guy? No one really. If he doesn't want a two-way, he's not in. Doesn't want a two-way, he's out. Because I can't really use him as depth. If I can't use him as depth, then he's out. This guy's actually pretty useless. You look at where his stats are built, he is fucking useless. So bye. Enjoy your time in Dragon's Reach. Did I offer Jazz something? No, not yet. Clancy. I'm just gonna release him because of the principle for being a bust. Make like Bodker. And get out. Sylvester. This guy was using his depth, correct? I believe I was. Let's check that. Holy, oh, Gordon's not it, but that's Kravtsov, yeah. Kravtsov, and then I think I was using Ramirez's depth. Who would be nice to use his depth still, however... That contract is a bit worrying. Now, I could tender him and hope he does that really weird thing where he signs low again. But I might not have the cash for that. But I could do that. And then still maybe be able to get Sylvester here, use him as depth. Because 85, 80, and 84 is not too bad for depth. He's got high offensive stats, so he can kind of slot himself anywhere in the lineup, which I do love the flexibility of that. And that price is a really good price for depth. So, you know what? I think that's what I'm going to do here. I think that's a really good thing. Yeah, 8. Basically get him right there for a year. We'll see if he signs for that, actually. Ramirez, I'll tender. Wahahaha. Do I need to sign some goalies here? Probably, yeah. Okay, so Manning actually got better than Schlemko. So the game says. He wants an extension. Let's sign him, obviously. JK. No, there's no way we can get any sort of steal for him. So Manning shall be released into the wild. But I'm actually going to qualify him. Let's see if he gets offered something. If not, I will make him sit this entire season. Evil Cyn. All right, we need a backup. Which one of these guys we prefer? We literally have the same person. Cool. 53 games played, those stats. 34 games played, those stats. Well, I think it's pretty clear who we should go with. Torsten Gustafsson. Where's that vision? 83 vision. Good. Decent weak glove side. But he simmed well. Probably shouldn't look at this and it'll this guy has higher vision. Oh god, weak ass stick side. This guy actually has weak speed and agility, but he simmed well, so. Alright, Mr. Backup. What kind of contract do you want? Hopefully not a lot. Okay, well, I might as well give him 2 years here since it's not too much. Alright, 1.225 for 2 years. That's a solid backup contract for Gustafsson. Probably get a bit better. Might even get to a starting potential, which will totally ruin my plans. But I can't really do that because it goes up too much. Bam! There we go. And we release Gisbers into the wild. And then we have a new starter right here. And we just need a new backup. Forte will be the new AHL starter. We need a new backup, so we'll sign Cope here, maybe. Sure, why not? I feel a little bit sad. I'm going to have to release this 71 fringe starter. Ripperoni and pepperonis. This guy is actually going to legit become a bona fide backup, too. All right, let's send some backups out into the league then. Have fun, NHL. Kind of really want this guy, though. Not going to really be able to use him anywhere. Yeah, but he's kind of on pace to become a solid backup, but whatever. Really, this fucking goalie prospect pool. 2 more franchises, 2 elites. No, yeah, 2 more elites. Well, another one that we have signed, then him. That's oh my god, a couple stars, another fringe starter, franchise goaltender already. Another one who we're tendering. Likely gonna just let him get signed. But I want the team to sign him to suffer. So give me all your shit, and then watch him make it to the Stanley Cup and beat us. All right, you know what? I need to advance a day here just to clean some of this stuff up. Lundqvist, those are our scouts. Eichel rejected. Okay. Sylvester rejected as well. Weendal rejected. All right, so we had a few rejections here. A little sad panda about that, but still have 13 mil to work with. I think now we should deal with Jas and Eichel. See what we could pull up here. All right, Jas. This would be about 7.5 for you. For 5 years, which is really good. It's a bit over 7.5. 7.525. But he's really good, as we saw last year. I could lower it to there and see what he says about like a 2-year extension, but I really think this guy's worth a longer term. Yeah, take him up till his prime. He's good enough to get that longer term. All right, Jolson, I just don't think we're going to be able to get. Eichel, having to play hardball with him. So I'm going to have to go a bit up what I did before, which was, I wasn't a big fan of the term being changed, but I'm going to keep going around that because it's similar to what he did. I'm going to go up to here now, see what he says to that. I'm holding on to Jolson for as long as possible. I just want to look at his name. Sylvester wasn't a huge fan of the contract I offered him. I'm going to have to hold off on that right now. Let me just tender him to be safe, so I don't accidentally sim past. Yanconi, do you want a 2-way? Nope. So you're likely to gone. Weendal, you did want a two-way. But you're saying no at the same time. But there you go. Max two-way. If you don't like that, suck it. I don't know. I'm a little sad about you, Weendal. I gave you so many chances. Don't say no to that two-way contract. It's your only hope of making it to the show. God damn it, Eichel. He really doesn't want that lower term. Oh, wow. These guys are both actually. So we might still only be able to keep one. Jas isn't really not liking my decreases. But we can do something like this and go a little bit down. 2 years at like 7 mil. That's worth it for me. It's not the long term or anything but like that, whatever. 2x7. And Eichel, I can give him 2x6 and we'd be within range. And not need anything else. But 2x6 is a monstrous overpayment. Not really, but let's do like that. I'm going to keep going on him until I can grab him. Anything else that needs done? Needs doing? Nope, I think that's it. Besides Bianconi, who I'm likely not going to be able to grab back. But I'm going to see if I have cash. And if I bury the contract, it will be okay. But we'll see. Yep. So we got Jas back. I saw the morale thing before it even popped up. And we got Morgan Eichel back. You know what? Hell yeah. And we only spent 12.5 mil. So you know what? Maybe we can get Bianconi back. We still have 3 mil to work with. Maybe we can get Jas back. Or no, who? Cyn. 0. No, okay. Yeah, there's 0 chance we're able to get that. I can't tender him either, so Cyn will have to be released into the fucking wild. Did he change to a medium elite, or he's always a medium elite? I know Bird was a low elite, but did Cyn change? Such a solid player. But, such is life. He's been with us for so long. He won 2 Stanley Cups with us? I don't know, was he there? Yeah, he would have been, because he was of age. Unless he might not have been around for that first one. I can't remember, actually. It was like 5 years ago. I know he is 26, but if he was 21, maybe he didn't debut until... If he was in the top 6 their depth. I know that. But we still have Bird, and he is the word. All right, well... I think we're about done here, but we have 3 mil to work with. I can take that in the free agency. But what the fuck do we need in free agency? Nothing. I could sign Bianconi for that. I also got this guy. Don't know who he is. Don't know who he's going to be. Sniper with pretty filthy defensive stats, but... Yeah. I mean, I might as well take it in the free agency, huh? Or sign both these guys. I'll probably sign... You know what? Let me go for these. Both of them. Although... Yeah, what's our fourth line's going to look like? Probably Chistov, Kravtsov. Oh, we have Gore. So we only need one of them. Who do we want for depth, essentially? 86, 93, 94. As a grinder, pretty decent offensive stats, too. But very one-dimensional. On the other hand, you have Sylvester, who's a power forward, 85, 80, and 84. Not as strong defensively, but he's much stronger offensively. So, I'm not going to sign one right now, but I'll leave it up to you guys. Should we grab Ramirez or Sylvester for depth? Or maybe I'll hear why not both and grab them both. And then have a choice, because we can afford them both. But with that, we have to keep in mind who we're going to have for depth, which will likely be Zubov. We're going to have Heiskanen, Shea, top unit, or... No, sorry. Heiskanen, someone top, either Bird or Helmerson. And then Shea with either Bird or Helmerson. There's our top 4. Then Grantham and Stock will be our top 6. And probably Zubov is depth. Yeah. You can also tender Bianconi. It might automatically sign him for cheap. And then we could have him. Because I think my AHL might be a little sparse on defensemen. Yeah, we literally have 3 under contract. So we kind of need him. Oh boy. All right. So yeah, probably use Zubov as depth. And either Zubov or Stock as depth. Whichever one is kind of listed as depth. But I'll start out with Stock in there. Again, I kind of want to stunt Zubov anyway if I was playing this on my own. Which I am. I'm just talking into the void. Which also happens to be a microphone. Alright, so I think we were done right there. Let's advance today, make sure I didn't have anything outstanding. And also check in here because I was just there, but I already forgot if there was anything else that I need to do. I'm pretty sure everyone's tendered, though. Everyone's tenderloined. Yep. And all the goalies taken care of. Yeah. Alright, sim to free agency. We'll see what's there. But we gotta turn off the settings first before we do anything. Free agency's gotta be real. Ish. Like every freaking year Marner is in their first year. Tendered, but still. Alright, let's see. GM Cyn! He's, oh my god, he's got so much interest and damn well deserved. He's gonna get, should get it rent well. Computers usually offer him like the same amount. Maybe you can get like 7 mil for 6 years. Take him mostly 34. Good for you, Gilson. You've earned it. 1 or 2 time Stanley Cup winner. Good for you, man. Happy for you. Sucks losing someone you trained up on your own, but that's how it goes. All right, so let me know what we should do about those that depth forward situation. I think we got the depth D's squared away, and with 3 mil to work with, do we sign both of them and use them both as depth, or do we save maybe a bit of money for a possible rental down the road? Although I don't think we're going to need one. Maybe it is still best to save a bit of money, or we could always trade away one of those guys in the deal to get caps. So honestly, I'm leaning towards signing them both. Let me know what you guys think. Remember to leave that like, and I'll see you in the next one.
If watching my videos just isn't enough Cyn for you, be sure to go over there on Twitter and shoot me a follow, and you could even join our Discord server as well to talk with some of the other Cynners out there. The links to both are in the description.